I almost gave up on roller skating because it was a lot harder than people made it look on social media. I was scared of falling, scared of getting hurt. I almost lost all motivation. I was frustrated, but I didn't give up. I didn't have a teacher or a video to show me. I just practiced on my own every day. And that's why Moxi invited me to their warehouse out in Long Beach to share with you all the tips and tricks that I use to learn how to roller skate. What's up? And Shove actually had 3 pairs of beginner roller skates for me to choose from.
Beach Bunny is right where it is for everything you want to do. You want to dance, you want to cruise, you want to park skate. This is going to get you there, and you're not going to spend as much money as you would on the Panther. And it's great if you're vegan as well.
I saw that Estro recently made a video about the Beach Bunnies, so I decided on the Beach Bunnies.
I'm gonna try these out.
Not everyone is gonna learn this stuff in less than 24 hours, but I do believe that if you practice for 3.5 hours per day for 7 days, you will have the basics mastered.
All right, so let's go to the skate park and break these puppies in.
I got something for you. This is very top secret. I need you to look serious. It's very top secret.
Okay.
You can't open it until nightfall.
Okay. Thanks.
Before you put your skates on, you're gonna wanna check all of the nuts and bolts on the skate before you actually start skating. And I actually have this tool right here. This comes with all of the Beach Bunnies, and it has everything that you need to check all of the nuts and bolts. When you're checking the wheels, you just wanna make sure it's tight enough to where the wheel rolls, but not too tight where it doesn't roll. And then the toe stop, just make sure these are tightened up and locked in there. And then same thing on the trucks down here. And just make sure that the nut on the kingpin is also tightened enough to your liking for the trucks. First thing I'm gonna do is switch out my socks. I'm currently wearing short socks. You're gonna want long socks because when you're first breaking in skates, you don't want to get like blisters. Longer socks will help prevent that a little bit more. It's not going to prevent it completely, but it'll help. Don't get my feet because I don't want anybody selling my feet pics to make money. So you want to make sure that your toenails are cut, or else when you have your feet in the actual skate, your toenails could actually hurt when you put your skates on and you're skating around. To prevent that, you cut your toenails. But also, when you have your socks on, you wanna make sure that you have a little bit of room in the front when you're putting your skates on, because the skates actually pull back and puts pressure on your toes. So some people are like, man, my skates are too small and my toes are hurting. It's probably because of your socks, because they get pulled back. So you wanna make sure there's enough room on your socks on the front, leave a little bit of room, and then get these skates tied in. All right, and then when you lace up, just go over, not under. All right, once you get to this point, you wanna pull on your tongue, make sure it's not like pushed in there, or else that'll hurt over time when you're skating. And then when you get to the hooks, most people wanna go under, but you actually wanna go over the hooks because it actually holds it in place without shifting and moving the laces so much when you're skating. So it actually holds in place a lot better going over than under. So now that you got your roller skates on, you are now a professional skater. Congratulations. That's it. I'm just kidding. All right, you got your roller skates on, you're on the ground, you're like, all right, I'm ready to get up and make this thing happen. But you're like, how do I get up? How do I get up? Best way is to be this way. Use your toe stops, get yourself balanced, and then from here, you're gonna get up. And as you get up, you wanna make this like V shape, because the V shape is what's gonna keep you from not like going all over the place. It's gonna keep you balanced. I highly recommend, if you're just starting, to start in the grass, because you will fall on the cement if you're on it. So to get to the grass, you're gonna have to kind of like do a penguin waddle like this. So keep those toes pointed out, and you should be good. If you feel like you're gonna fall, all you gotta do is get that V back in there. All right, so we're gonna walk over to the grass, and now we're safe. Whew. All the noises just decide, be as loud as you possibly can. We're recording a video. Thank you. This is where I learned a lot of my skills, because you're not really moving, but you are learning a lot of balance. And that's the main thing about roller skating, is balance. You can still fall on the grass, but it's less painful than if you fall on the cement. But I always recommend wearing safety gear. I know I'm a hypocrite, I'm not wearing safety gear. Where is my helmet? Where's my elbow pads? Where are my knee pads? Somebody call the safety police. I mean, I've been skating for a couple years, so I feel very comfortable without the safety gear. It's your choice. If you fall, it's on you, not on me. Don't blame me. But I do recommend wearing safety gear when you first start, because when I first started, I definitely wore all the gear. Some of you guys may think it looks kind of funky, but it's not funky when you break your leg or your elbow or your head. So put the safety gear on if you're really just starting out learning. Let's get back to the grass. Before you actually start rolling, I think you need to learn how to stop. Don't do this when you're skating and then all of a sudden you just put your foot down. You're gonna lose control of that foot and you're gonna fall. So to avoid falling, the best way, learn how to balance on your foot, one foot, and bring that foot down, stop. You're gonna wanna practice stopping with both legs so that you feel comfortable stopping with either leg whenever you need to. Now that you know how to stop, we're gonna go. Most people, what they wanna do is they just wanna stand straight and go. But it really doesn't work that way when you're roller skating. I know like we're used to walking, but if you're roller skating, you're gonna wanna stagger those feet. And so staggering gives you a lot more balance and full control forward and backward than if you were standing this way. You can see like, this is how most people fall. Practice feeling which legs feel more comfortable being in the front or being in the back. You wanna keep these knees bent, hips down. You wanna look straight, you don't wanna look down. It makes it less likely for you to fall if you are in this position than if you were in this position, and you can see why. I mean, think about it. If you're closer to the ground, the smaller the fall will actually be, so it just won't hurt as much. All right, now once you've had enough with the grass and you're ready to skate on the concrete, just remember, keep those V's or else you're gonna fall. You know, waddle on over, and then when you're ready to propel, here's what you're gonna do. We're always gonna be pushing at a V formation, okay? So it's like push, 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 and remember we're knees bent, so that way we're closer to the ground in case we fall. And then you wanna look straight. You don't wanna really look down, because if you look down, you will do one of these and fall this way. So keep your head forward and look straight. You don't wanna look down. You will fall down if you look down, so keep looking straight, okay? All right, so now that we're rolling, just like we practiced in the grass, we're gonna actually stop with our toe stops. And just like I showed you, you wanna bring that foot back and bring it to a stop. Another way to practice roller skating is what they call bubbles. That's when you push outward and pull inward like this. And so now that you know how to stop and roll, this is a good practice for your balance. And if you just do this back and forth, like I said, bend those knees. The more your knees are bent, the closer you are to the ground and more control that you have. Then you can start to stand up and feel this a lot more. I'm gonna do a big one. See, we're all gonna fall. It's just part of the process. Falling is part of the process. You can't avoid falling, it's just gonna happen, but you can get close to the ground so you're not falling so hard. Oh, look at that ankle support, okay. These actually feel really, like they feel good. That ankle support actually is extremely helpful. Now that you know how to do the bubbles and you know how to stop, now you can use the bubbles to go full speed like this. Whoa! I almost fell. I almost died on that last trick. Those bubbles almost killed me. My shoelaces. Oh, are they shoelaces or skate laces? I think they're skate laces. So these are not shoes. These are the shoes of the future. It's hot out here. All right, ready? Now I'm gonna show you guys how to fall, okay? It's all part of the process. You're gonna fall. It's just gonna happen. You're gonna have to get used to it. That's why we need those elbow pads, those helmets, because you will fall. And if you do fall, just remember, if you're losing balance like this, the best way to catch yourself from that is to like just cannonball. You're gonna like just bend your knees, bring your body down, because if you're like this, you're gonna fall backwards, you're gonna land backwards, you're gonna fall all over the place. Versus if you just cannonball, and you just fall like this, it's not as bad. All the way down, get as low as you can. I mean, if you know you're gonna fall really hard, You don't want to just stick your arms out and catch yourself like that, because that's really how you will break something. Like, you can't injure yourself. You just have to keep practicing like those movements that I was telling you about. Just like bend your knees, get low to the ground, and your fall won't be as hard. I'm a pro skater. Stall. So now we're gonna skate a roller skater's worst nightmare if you're a beginner and you don't listen to any of my tips. But first I want to open this up.
This is very top secret. You can't open it until nightfall.
Okay. Ah, damn it. Shove. So puddles, you're just gonna wanna avoid those at all costs. You're gonna mess up your skates, you're gonna get hurt. Just avoid water in general. You're gonna wanna learn how to balance on one foot. Remember, knees bent, eyes straight, you'll be able to balance on one foot, like a flamingo. Once you have mastered the balance of one foot, then you can actually take on big obstacles like that crack right there. Let me show you what can happen if you're not paying attention and you're just skating along, just happy melee, and you're just like, oh shoot! You're gonna eat the concrete. By learning how to balance on one foot, you just take one small step for man and one giant leap for roller skating. And it can be just that simple. All you gotta do is just step over the large crack and you fully avoid it. So the next two obstacles that we might face out on the streets, these dirty streets of LA or anywhere, are like pine cones and debris and dirt and rocks, and then this is actually a downhill. So in order to get past this, and let's just say there's no way to avoid any of this, it's just in the way, you're gonna want two things. The wheels on the Beach Bunny should be good enough for this sort of thing. The bigger the wheel, more like a monster truck feel. But these wheels will work for things like this. You just have to have the speed, you have to have your knees bent, and you have to stagger your feet. All those three combinations will get you through. And let me show you, I'll even like run over this pine cone that most of the time you're gonna eat it. But if you're going fast enough, you'll get through it. See how like I totally ran over that pine cone? If I was going too slow, I would have ate it, but I was going fast enough. If you're going down a hill, use those toe stops, you know? Even if you have to drag your feet all the way down, but if you have that 1 foot balance, if you have 1 foot forward, you always have your back foot to catch you. Those pine cones don't stand a chance. Okay, never mind. Shouldn't have worn white. I'm actually really surprised how clean I was able to maintain these with how many falls and dirty benches I've sat on. Ugh, these pine cones and sticks have nothing on me except for that one fall. That's just because I was going uphill and I wasn't going fast enough like I told you. Is it cool if we just shoot real quick? It'd be like 5 seconds. If that's cool, I'm sorry if like, thanks man, I appreciate it. It'll be really quick, I promise. All right, so these things, I think they're called cheese graters, roller skate stoppers, I don't know. But it's the same concept as the debris in the hill. You're gonna wanna go fast. If you go slow, you will get caught up and you will fall. So you have to have enough speed, bend the knees, and stagger your feet, and you will get through them, just like that. Bobby, I'm stuck. Ugh. Okay, that was trash. Maybe I shouldn't be teaching people this. I'm teaching everybody to not be good at roller skating. Everything that I do is probably what you should not do. Epic off-road roller skating. I don't know. Okay. In order to fall in love with roller skating, you're gonna have to fall. All right, it's scary, but I'm gonna hop over that. I did it! Like I said, avoid puddles at all costs. Nightfall, sunset, same thing. Moxie's making some light up wheels. Let's go test these out. I was so cool, my truck. So I guess those wheels are gonna be coming out soon. I don't know when, but if you guys wanna keep up with the updates on when those come out, follow the Moxi Roller Skates Instagram channel to keep up with all of the updates on new releases and things like that. And just a quick thing I wanted to let you guys know, like every skater is different on how they teach and do things. So if the things that I taught you don't really work for you, then maybe I'm not the right teacher for you. But if it did, leave a comment down below. Let me know what your thoughts were. That's just how I do things personally. And last thing, if you guys are interested in buying some beach bunnies or any roller skates, anything that is roller skate related, check out moxiskates.com. That's the best place to buy roller skates and your roller skate essentials and needs. So thank you guys for watching. Peace.